Hello everyone, I'm Lawari, and welcome to Epic 7. There's 3 new characters. One of them isn't officially out, and there's a reason why I'm on this screen and not the usual screen. As always, first I'll show you all their skills, everything.
Shall I give it a go? Stand in line, please. Preparations complete. Now it's your turn. Oh, will I be enough?
Shall we burn some rubber? Not a chance! Alright, let's roll! Show me what you've got! Don't blame me if you get hurt. This is it. To victory! I'll set the pace.
Is just waiting to be reshaped.
Can I just hide behind someone? I'm sorry! So annoying. It's so crowded here.
All of Lua's enemies sink to darkness.
Do I have to be here? Lua, help me! Can you not look at me?
First, let's start with School Nurse Eula. First off, design. It's okay design. Nothing really speaks out to me. It's just white and black. Honestly, I'd give it about 7.5 out of 10. Now let's go over to her skills. Her first skill attacks the enemy with a scalpel with a 80% chance to inflict 2 bleeding effects for 2 turns. At the end of the turn, detonates bleeding effects inflicted on the target. I don't think I really need to read that, but I'll read it anyways. At the start of the turn, suffers damage proportional to the caster's attack. Detonate. Instantly activates designated debuffs inflicted on the enemy. Poison, bleed, burn, and venom damages are proportional to the number of turns and quantity. Bomb damage is unaffected by the number of turns. The soul burn effect down here grants an extra attack with the same skill. Let's see.
It might hurt.
Simple, nothing really too big. Then again, it's literally a scalpel. There's not much you can really do there with that. It's actually a passive. At the start of the first battle, increases attack proportional to max health. At the start of an ally's turn, dispels 1 debuff from the target and recovers health proportional to the caster's max health. So she's technically a healer, but she's a thief. Her first skill, not really much you can do with it. 5.5 out of 10. It's not much you can do with a scalpel. Her ultimate dispels all debuffs from an ally, except for the caster before fully recovering health, grants superhumanization to the target for 3 turns, and increases combat readiness by 50%. When the target is already dead, revives them with 100% health before the same effect is applied. This skill is unaffected by cooldown, increase, and decrease effects. Superhumanization. Undispellable. It cannot be dispelled. Increase max health and speed by 100%. That actually sounds pretty OP. Let's move to her ultimate.
Preparations complete. Now it's your turn.
Pretty cool ultimate, actually. Actually like that a lot. I'm gonna say 8.5 out of 10. Nothing really stood out to me. It was very smooth. They are getting better and better with their animations, though. In terms of its practicality, I would have to say 10 out of 10. I guess really is a better healer than her. But as for a non-healer, pretty good. I've not seen anybody use her yet, so I don't know if people are like, she's not that good. I don't really think DOT is a pretty popular playstyle. Before we actually continue, she does have another form. This is her regular form. She has a scalpel in her new form. This one, she just has those black orbs. She just hurls them at people. Her ultimate.
Scream for me. I love listening to the melodies of pain.
I think I like the new one better. Swift Flag Bearer Secret. Design-wise, the only thing I really like about the design is the jacket. That's it. Everything else looks kind of bland. I mean, I guess it's cool, but like everything sort of blends in a little bit too well to a point where nothing really stands out. The only thing that does is the jacket. 8 out of 10. I think it's one of their weaker designs. It's a cool design. Nothing really speaks out though. Her first skill attacks the enemy with a flag with a 75% chance to inflict silence for 1 turn. After attacking, the target is inflicted with silence. I feel like you didn't really need that part, but okay. Decreases combat readiness of the target by 25%.
Move it!
I guess there's not really much you can do with a flag. No, this is probably going to be like every single new character. Like, oh, there's not really much you can do with it, but it's true, there's not much you can do with it. 6 out of 10. Her second skill. After dispelling all buffs from the enemy, has a 100% chance to inflict target for 2 turns, and makes all allies except for the caster attack with a basic skill. Increases combat readiness of the caster by 30%. Soul Burn effect ignores effect resistance. I was gonna say, I feel like this could be easily avoided by just having immunity, but this says dispels all buffs. Pretty busted in my opinion.
It's your turn now.
Honestly, not that bad. 7 out of 10. Now her ultimate dispels 2 buffs from all enemies for a 100% chance to inflict fear for 2 turns and decrease combat readiness by 20%. Grants increased speed to all allies for 2 turns. At the start of the first battle, grants increased evasion to the caster for 2 turns. Increase speed by 30% and increase in evasion by 50%. This is pretty busted. Let's see how it looks.
Right here, right now. We take the crown!
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Visually, I have to say 9 out of 10. Their animations are getting way, way better. Even with the 4 stars, they're like putting real effort into them. Practicality for it, I'd have to say it's a 9 out of 10. It actually has 2 other forms. This is a regular form. First skill. I always liked Scythe characters, but I never really understood how that is like that. Second skill.
Vanish into darkness.
Her ultimate.
This is your end.
I feel like all the early ultimates for the 5 stars is just a black background with their character doing something. Flagbearer takes the cake. And this is her second form. Their designs have also changed, not just for the characters, but for the weapons themselves. They've gotten a little bit better. First skill. Second skill.
Prepare yourself. I can allow no disruptions.
Her ultimate.
Data analysis complete. Now disappear.
Again, I'd have to choose Flagbearer's Secret. Their ultimates gets more better, more fluid, more creative. You can only view this character like this. I did not know this before. If you just do this, you can see which character is going to come up next. Sealed Eye Siren. Design-wise, it's not that bad, honestly. 8 out of 10. Her first skill. This is the first time I'm actually going to read her skills, because she just came out today. Attacks the enemy with a chain axe with a 75% chance to inflict decreased defense for 2 turns. When the caster is granted rage, activates Eradication as an extra attack. Eradication attacks the enemy, inflicting bleed for 2 turns, and at the end of the turn detonates bleed effects inflicted on the target. Ignores effect resistance. Raged, which is undispellable, increases attack and speed by 20%. First skill.
Please save me! Just this once.
Honestly, I have no idea why she's here. It doesn't say anything about dual attack. At the start of battle, and at the end of the turn, grants stealth to the caster for 1 turn. At the end of someone's turn, when an enemy is inflicted with provoke or redirect provoke, grants rage to the caster for 2 turns and increases combat readiness by 30%. So that is why she's here. Character you need to use provoke with, otherwise she's just not going to do anything. Second skill.
Go away! Sorry!
I forgot to rate her first skill. For what it is, I'm going to say it's like a 7 out of 10. Her extra attack, I'm going to say 7.5. Her ultimate, after granting increased attack to the caster for 2 turns, attacks all enemies by staging an accident, inflicting 3 bleeding effects for 1 turn. When the target is inflicted with provoke or redirect provoke, extends the duration of bleed inflicted on the target by 1 turn. When the caster is granted rage, ignores effect resistance. Increases attack by 50%. Wherever you know, bleed, provoke, redirect, provoke. Let's just see what it looks like. Again.
Even if you make it out alive, you'll be looking over your shoulder forever.
I do like when they use their surroundings in the ultimate. This is probably one of few ultimates that actually uses that element. But that's a lot of bleed right there though. That one was pretty good. For a 4-star, that's pretty good. I think this is the first 10 out of 10 4-star. Practicality, this does rely heavily on provoke or redirect provoke. I'm about to say 8 to an 8.5, but a very close 8.5, so more of an 8. If this is a regular form, this is one of the many best designs for a 4-star. For skill, basically the same thing as what we just saw. Second skill,
On my way.
ultimate. Let's see how much it changed over these years.
How about you just give up?
4-star, that's basically expected. There's a second form. Honestly, I don't really like this design. For skill, for a 4-star, it makes sense. Ultimate.
No more mercy.
I'd have to say the current Surin is a lot more better. So all in all, I think this person is second. She's number 2 in terms of everything. Final score as a whole, I'd say 8 to an 8.5. Honestly, this is kind of tough. You know what? Ultimate second. The second best ultimate. 9 to a 9.5. I didn't really like the ultimate that much. It felt kind of a little stiff. I think her ultimate is the last one. 7 to a 7.5. Closer to a 7 maybe. Ultimate's a 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's the best 4-star ultimate that I've ever seen. And this is probably the first time I'm ever going to say this. Ultimate's better than the 5-star. So I would actually probably use this character. If I do end up getting her someday, I'd see what other people think about her before I actually start building her. In terms of practicality, I'm going to have to say she's last. But her ultimate is the best.
Even if you make it out alive, you'll be looking over your shoulder forever.
Vitals check. Looking good. Now, wakey wakey!
This is it.
To victory!
That being said, I don't have an outro. Bye.